Hello everyone, welcome back to Man United. This is our Manchester United news segment where we just won 3-0 against Luton. I just finished, going through the game's reports and minute-by-minute reports because unfortunately I don't have the live stream here in my region. So that's why I'm not going to do a match reaction on that because I don't think it's any use making a match reaction video on a match that you don't really watch. So, but basically from the minute-by-minute reports from, the general updates or comments from the fans in Twitters and other medium, it's kind of like we struggled in the first half a bit. I think not a bit. We struggled in terms of creating clear-cut chances. We did score through a penalty by Juan Mata. Basically, if you haven't watched that game, we started with only Maguire from the only player that played last weekend started. So basically a second string team. So we struggle a bit. But Van de Beek start, by the way, in case you guys were wondering. Yeah, it was a second string team, and we struggled a bit. And Dean Henderson came up with a brilliant save in the 80th minute, to maintain our lead 1-0. And then after that, only make triple substitution, bringing in Rashford, Greenwood, and Fernandes. And rightly so, Rashford and Greenwood settled the game with 2 late goals. So 3-0, so comfortably. Maybe not the most convincing performance, I think, but something positive to carry forward into the next game. So on today's show, I'm going to talk about a few things. First, of course, I'm going to talk about transfers. Right, there's a lot of transfer things. We'll talk about Telles, we'll talk about Sancho, and then some outgoings. We have Romero, we have James, we even have Lingard, of course, Smalling, and then I'm going to talk about. I'm not sure if you guys have known this. I'm going to talk about Patrice Evra's video. I think that's something that's been trending right now within the footballing world and especially among the United fans. Where Patrice Evra had made a video, sort of like calling out the United boards or those who in the club. Stating that he's very sad of how the club is doing, how the club is run. So very interesting. I'm going to share with you guys my reaction on that. I'm going to read some quotes from Patrice as well. So moving on to, I'm going to start with the transfer news. Telles. Okay, so now Fabrizio Romano confirmed that the deal is in very advanced stage, although there's no bid submitted yet by United, but it's very advanced stage. Personal terms has been agreed, and the player himself wanted United. Well, if you see, this is very similar to the situation with Reguilon, where personal terms agreed, the player wants United. But as of now, there's maybe only PSG might be interested, but because this is very advanced stage, it was reported it's very advanced stage, so it said that PSG might not have a chance to swoop in because the discussion is in an advanced stage. But the most annoying thing now, United is still yet to submit a bid. Well, let's hope a bid. We are confident that report says that the bid will be submitted this week and it will be concluded this week. So that's why I think announcement will be imminent this week. I know a lot of us are asking, getting a bit. Me myself are getting pissed off. Why we're delaying with 80 million? Because at first the quoted price was around 18 to 20 million euros. So United is still dilly-dallying that, want to negotiate more further down, but that's basically not the actual situation because Telles has a 40 plus million release clause, so that is the basis that Porto is going there. But because he only have a year left in his contract, so of course they are willing to lower down the price. So now they're saying that the price that has been quoted or has been agreed verbally before United submitted the bid was 25 million euros plus 5 million add-ons. So I think that would be a really good price for a player of Telles' quality. I think he will definitely improve that left flank. I'm a big fan of Shaw, but if I would have to choose between both of them at this point, I think I would choose Telles more, just because he's such a goal threat himself, in terms of scoring goal, and of course he have a mean cross. His cross was world class, I can say. So if you look at his stat, the amount of goals and amount of assists that he got, actually in terms of last 2 seasons, I think he's in the top 5 fullback with most assists. So that shows how good it is in making those deliveries. So I think that's something that we lack in our fullback position. So I'm very quite excited. Now I was hoping we got Regulon, but Tellus is not a bad option at all to fall back onto. So hopefully we're done this week and be announced this week. I'm fairly confident about it's now. But it's now. I'm not. I'm quite skeptical early on because of what happened with Regulon. But so now seems like things might go the way it was it's planned. So hopefully we get announcement on Regulon this week. Maybe more news later tonight. So if there's any breaking news, I'll be sure to update you guys. So of course, if you want to know that, if there's any breaking news, please subscribe and click the notification button. And of course, please like the video. Really appreciate that, the support. And the big thing now, Sancho, because you guys want to know what Sancho did. Well, unfortunately, I have to say, I will tell you, there's not much of an update with regards to movement on getting Sancho. The one thing that I think yesterday, the Dortmund director quoted again that they don't want to sell Sancho. They have a responsibility to the club, so they are not looking to sell Sancho. Well, that's not a surprise. I think they have been saying that for like almost a month, saying that we're not going to sell Sancho, we're not going to sell Sancho, he's going to stay. Situation doesn't change at all at this moment, if I can sum it up. If United bring the 120 million, they will sell. But yet United yet to bring that money to the table. So no deal as of now, right? Like I said, I was previously very sure of that 100%, but now since that, I think my confidence, I think just only 45% right now. Right now, I would say only 45%. At least Sancho deal is going to happen because there's a lot of talks on alternative. They said that United are working on alternative. Transfer podcast mentioned that a name like Perisic and Costa has been mentioned. I think I've mentioned this as well. I think early in the transfer window, but they're talking like United are looking into it more seriously right now in terms of the alternative. And the news broke out I think earlier today, said that United have started serious talk with Barcelona in terms of getting Ousmane Dembele on a loan deal. But Barcelona wanted the loan deal with an obligation to buy, and the price set is 100 million. So that is ridiculous if you ask me. If United were to agree to that deal, that is the most stupidest thing, the most idiotic thing the United transfer team or negotiation team can do. Because 100 million to pay for Dembele next season, might as well just pay 108 million for Sancho right now with this. So if that deal were to happen, that would be the most dumbest thing that they will do. Apart from not getting Sancho, and on top of that, getting Ousmane Dembele on that kind of deal, that is dumb. If we really not getting Sancho, if we get Dembele on loan, obligation to buy around 50 million, and that would be acceptable. 100 million, come on man, that is just dumb, pure idiotic if they were to do it, right? But luckily, a Barca correspondent from a journalist from ESPN Spain debunked that story, said it's not happening and no talks has been going on actually. So I think that's that. I think it's just a wild rumors, I guess, right? So that's on Sancho. Fortunately, can't update you guys too much. No good news as of yet. So for those of you who still have hope on Sancho, I think you guys better like lower down the expectation right now, because it's the hope that kills you, right? So but like I said, if you don't get Sancho, somebody have to answer on that. People, the fans will be out for blood. Believe me, if you don't get Sancho, the fans will be out for blood. Okay, on outgoings, there's a new story that Valencia apparently wanted Romero, so they were willing to pay around 6 million. I think, at this point, in terms of how the players that redeem surplus or requirement, those like Romero, Jones, Pereira, Smalling. I think this type of players, we should just upload. If any offers comes in, we don't have to look at the price. Don't have to demand a higher price. Just sell them. Looking at the way we do things right now, we just have one incoming. We should have sold 4 or 5 players, but we don't sell any of them yet. So that's why I feel that it's either you just terminate the contract, give them some compensation, make a deal with that, off they go, or any offers that come in, high or low, we just sell them. In terms of Romero, of course, a very good goalkeeper, but just that we have too much depth right now in that position, and I think he deserved to play first team football. So 6 million, I think, just sold him to Valencia. I think he deserved that. He deserved to play regular football. So Hopefully United would sort that out. At least that will clear out the wages. I think, like I said, we are paying around 600,000 a week for goalkeepers only. That's just insane. And another interesting news: apparently Leeds United wanted Daniel James, right? So, but United having none of it at the moment. But let's see if United bring in more reinforcement in the right winger position. Let's see what happens there. But I think at the moment, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it'd be quite foolish of Solskjaer, just recruiting James last season and then selling him almost immediately, because I think James still have something to offer. I know he's not yet that level that United fans will hope for, but I think making a step up from a championship, I think it's a big thing for him, and he's still relatively young anyway. So I think he needs more time to adapt, and he needs to play on the left wing, not on the right. As of now, he's been playing regularly on the right. I think he's more comfortable on the left. So let's see what happens. If United do bring a reinforcement on the right wing, which Fabrizio Romano claims or confirmed that United are looking to bring a right wing, which we hope will be Sancho, but as of now, is it only 45%? That's my personal opinion. Only 45% that's happening. Chance of that happening. And Roma is still in negotiating with United for Smalling. Their manager came out and make a statement that he needed Smalling because he didn't have too much depth on his centre back position. So let's see what happens there. This is another deal that I think should be completed 2-3 weeks ago, but it still drags on. Maybe because United is haggling over the price. They demanded a higher price. I know I said in previous videos, I think United should be firm on the pricing, because you don't want to get screwed. You don't want to get played in transfer market. We always get played when we want to buy players. So might as well be firm when we want to sell our players. But looking at the situation right now, I think in terms of the outgoing, there's no movement. It's a very bad business we're doing there in terms of selling our players. So I think the most important thing right now is just to clear these people out, and then once we clear them, even though we sell at a low price, we already clear their wages, so that can be used for the new recruits, new players. So I think one of the concerns they have on recruiting new centre back this season is because we have too many centre backs and they are still on our payroll. So that's why I say it's people like Jones who is injured again, mind you, until November. You just make a deal with them. Why don't we just cancel your contract? We'll give you some compensation, just like what we did with Sanchez. Just clear these people. Don't have to think about them anymore. Then we can focus on getting new recruits coming in. So hopefully, these three, at least Romero and Smalling, will be done. So at least that will clear up some of our wages bill. It should be done. If it's not done, I don't know what our transfer team is doing, man. Because like this, Valencia really want Romero. They just accept the 6 million and move on. So do Smalling, I think Roma is willing to pay around 15 million max with add-ons or bonuses. So just take that money, take that deal, just let him go. I think he deserves to go as well and play regular football with the form that he showed last season in the Serie A. Okay, lastly, I want to talk about interesting thing on Evra. I did mention about Evra video yesterday. So I'm going to read some of his quotes. It's very interesting, very interesting. Let's see. He posted this video via his Instagram, and he's very forlorn, very sad. He does look genuinely someone who is upset and disappointed with looking at the club that he loves, not the club that we all love. The way we run, the way it was mismanaged. So he was very sad about that. So this is what he has to say. He said, the club needs to stop being so arrogant. There are certain people at the club right now that doesn't even respect Sir Alex Ferguson. Before us, Bobby Charlton, George Best, they make the history of the club, and we try to respect it. Treble season of 99, and us in 08, won the double in 08. But some people want to blow this legacy away. For what? Business? I think some people who work for this club are damaging this club. That's why we have to tell the truth to the fans. The only problem I would say to United, to Ed Woodward, he did mention name, is trusting people he should never trust. He even trusts people outside the club that he shouldn't. When we want a player and they cost 20 million, we end up trying to buy him for 100 million. Now those players don't even want our money anymore. A sporting director, this is something that's very damning to Matt Judge. A sporting director from a top club called me and asked me to tell Matt Judge to answer his phone. I don't know what Matt Judge is doing. if if sporting director from another club has to call Evra personally to ask him to request, to talk about Matt Josh to pick up his phone, I think that's quite embarrassing. I know some people are scared to speak up because they may not get a job in the future. I don't care. I don't need Manchester United. I love Manchester United. So that's very, damning expose, I can say, from Evra, the way clubs run. But a very interesting thing that he mentioned that was not in this quote. He said that the Glazers, especially he mentioned Avram Glazers. I think he said he met them few times. He met him few times, and he did give his opinion. And he said that Avram loved Manchester United. He loves Manchester United. He wants Manchester to do well. This is what Evra said, but he is not getting the right advice from the floor. So that's why all of this problem happens. So I don't know what to make of that. I know we all are hashtag Glazers out. We are very mad at the Glazers. You know what? At this point, I don't care if the Glazers love United or whatnot. The fact that they bought the club with debt and put the debt on the club, using the club's money to finance the debt. So I think that just shows how much they care about United. So I don't care whatever said on. I think the others are very good thing that he exposed, but the statement on Avram Glazers love United, I'm not buying it. No, I'm not buying it. Maybe Evra generally feels that maybe Avram shows the way, shows to Evra that he really loves, and maybe Evra bought that, but I'm not buying it. Like I said, the fact that they bring huge debt to our club, so that's just bad enough. So I want them out. I want them out. If anything, I just don't want our club to have debt, so we can use all of our money, all of our revenues for the club. Either in transfer, getting new recruits, improving our stadium, which has not been improved for a while now. So I'm not sure how long we will be under the shadows of the Glazers, but it doesn't look good, man. Does not look good. It's not looking like it's not gonna get any better. So what are your thoughts on the Glazers? Because that has been really trending right now. So it will be interesting. I would like to know your thoughts. So put that on the comments below. Of course, again, hit the like button. Of course, subscribe and share this video as well to your friends and colleagues so they can get updated as well with latest news. So that's the only news I have for you today on the updates. So I'm gonna see you guys again in our next video. Like I said, hopefully there's more good news on Telles, and more confirmed or concrete news in terms of the bid submission on Telles later today. If there's any breaking news, of course I will update you guys. So the more reason you guys should click the bell button. Okay, see you guys next video. Bye bye.